the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and
welcome to INCRadio Northern Europe Satellite Studio.
We are broadcasting live here from the congregation of Oslo, Norway, District of Northern Europe. I'm Brother Andre Palerasio, one of your co-hosts for tonight.
And also I'm Brother Kelvin Dominic Palerasio, also one of your co-hosts.
And saving the best for last, me. I'm Sister Clarice Palerasio, and I'm also one of your co-hosts for today or evening, wherever you may be.
And so here already in Norway, it is a Sunday, September 15 at 9 p.m. Central European Summertime. Back there in the Philippines, it's already September 16, Monday, 3 a.m. Philippine time. So very, very early good morning to you watching there in the Philippines and many countries in Asia. Here for us in Europe, specifically in Northern Europe, very, very good evening to you all, and hope you're all having a great day, a good evening, and hopefully even better after watching our broadcast tonight.
Yes.
Because we have a lot of in store for tonight's broadcast, specifically our topic discussion. Everyone is excited for that. What's the title of our topic?
Our title for our broadcast is "Doing Our Household Chores," which we really
I really love.
That's our favorite topic, especially for myself. My dad and my sister can attest to that. I'll see you in the live chat if you agree with that, right?
Double check.
But of course, dear viewers and listeners, we're not alone talking about this topic. Of course, you watching this right now, you can comment and you can join our topic discussion. So we're looking forward to your participation in the live chat section below. So again, our topic is about household chores. So please do not be shy. Comment your answers in a topic discussion. But of course, it's not just us. We have our panelists with us tonight. So we're here in Norway. Let's go to our neighboring country. Let's go to Sweden, and we have Sister Jonai. Hello, sister. Are you here?
Good evening po. Hello po.
Good evening, sister. How are you doing?
Hello po.
So for those who don't know you, perhaps you could introduce yourself.
Yes po. I'm Jonalyn Duru. I'm from Arboga GWS. My offices are LCRC, Finance Officer, and Head Secretary po.
And nice to meet you po. And so we go back to Norway to Sister Gloria. Hello po, sister.
Hello po, good evening po. I'm Sister Goya po from the local of Stavanger, Norway po. I'm a choir member po and a finance officer po. Good evening po.
Good evening po.
Good evening po. Now that we heard from our Scandinavian countries beside us, let's go back and let's go a little bit further to Croatia. I've heard a lot of beautiful things about Croatia.
Beautiful places.
I really want to visit there once. So yes, brother, can you introduce yourself?
Hello po, magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat.
Hello po.
My name po, Emmanuel Nicodemus po, dito po sa Croatia po. Katiwala po ng Pasin GWS po.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us all the way there from Pasin, Croatia. And also, you mentioned earlier before the broadcast that your fans call you Brother Eman, right?
Opo.
So, yes, Brother Eman, thank you so much for joining us. But let's go back to our country, Norway, and actually back to our city. We have our last but not least guest, Brother Roby.
Hello po, my name is Brother Robbie Pineda, and I'm from the local of Oslo, Norway, and my duties are the Binhi President in my local po, and I'm also a district officer. Thank you po.
Thank you so much for joining us. We have so many, all our panelists are so active, right,
Mm.
Brethren? So I'm very, very excited for our topic
Topic
discussion.
discussion.
Right. And again, we mentioned our topic, the title of our topic is doing our household chores, right? So what even are chores? You know, it's the things that we need to do, even though that sometimes we might not feel like doing them, but we have to do them. They're very, very important, right? So Team Live Chat, again, we are asking you to join our topic discussion, and actually, we want to go all the way back to the start and ask, when did you uh, learn to do household chores? So can you remember your first time doing household chore, learning? So Team Live Chat, we're asking this question, we're expecting your answers, and you can also expect from us that we will read them
Maybe you can
later.
start answering for
Right.
yourself.
Well, that's a good question, Brother Dominic. When did I learn? It's hard to
Did you
think
learn?
exactly. Well, thankfully I did. So shout out to my parents who taught me at a young age. I can't exactly pinpoint like accurately. It was at least when I was a young child.
Mm.
So during my years as a CWS member, a member of the Children's Worship Service,
Mm.
because we are being taught that while we're young, we should train up in the way that we should go, right? So one of those ways to really learn is through doing chores. But I guess the first like I can really think of, because I really like food, is cooking rice. It's one of the earliest chores that I was assigned. It's a very, very important household chore in the Filipino in the
Household.
Yeah, if you don't
Filipino
have the
household.
rice ready yet before they come back from
It's
work,
gonna be trouble.
yeah, that would
Mm.
be trouble.
It's gonna be trouble. Um, but yeah, cooking rice probably when I was like
So strange.
That's
like
a good start. Not
Mm.
gonna lie, since it's important for our household,
She's
right?
very picky with how you cook rice.
Yes,
She doesn't want it too dry and too soft.
yes,
You know,
exactly.
it's
So
is it hard? It's hard work.
you could say it is a dynamic process. It,
yes,
it takes skill. It
yes,
takes skill.
exactly.
There are some rule of thumbs that it needs to be this amount and that, but um, a lot of people say it's in the field. If you have enough experience cooking rice,
Yes.
you know the proper way. How about you, brother Dominic?
Yeah, I mean, for me, the earliest memory I can remember was back in the Philippines when I lived there because I was born in the Philippines. I used to clean, kasi sa looban kami nakatira noon, and I used to clean the Kalooban. It's a place where from the street you go in, and there's a lot of houses there, and I cleaned that way,
Oh,
that entrance. And it was fun for me. I don't know why. It's satisfying. It's therapeutical. So I just did it because I wanted to do it. So yeah, I never gonna appreciate it. So I
Good
was,
job.
it's a plus.
yeah. Commend you for that, brother Dominic.
Good job.
How about you,
Me?
Sister?
I mean, like you mentioned already, in a younger age, I also learned how to wash dishes. Because after eating, obviously,
Mm.
my mom always said that everyone should participate after eating, because you're not supposed to only come and eat. You should also join, right? And you can be taught how to properly not only cooking but also cleaning. So after eating, she said, "Okay, learn how to do the dishes because I made the food." So I was like, "Yes, of
And I
course."
think it's a fun way to bond. Also,
Yes,
it's a way
exactly.
of bonding
So
also with the family.
I
Right?
mean, in a young age, you are taught to then be in a teamwork,
Mm.
right? So
Mm.
that will also help you further when you get older.
How about our panelists? Sister Jonai, when did you, can you recall when was the first time you learned how to do household chores?
Yeah, to be exact po, when I was 9 years old, including washing of clothes by hand. And because I live in province that time with my titos and titas, so they taught me how doing household chores. Yeah.
Wow, she remembered down to the
Opo.
I don't remember mine.
Well, at least we know Ate Jonah has a great memory.
Opo.
Yun po. Thank you po for that. And why? Let's go to Norway. To Sister Goya. How about you po, sister? When did you learn?
When I was in grade school po, so my older sisters taught me po on how to do the household chores po. So because our parents then was out, and uh, when we were home po, so they taught us po how to clean the house, doing
Yeah, so cleaning the house, right? So from an early age, they already her parents. So shout out to Ate Goya's parents that they already taught her how
If
to
I heard
do.
it right, she has a sibling.
Yeah,
So I mean, for me, it's easier to learn chores when you have siblings because then you can divide the assignments.
and you being the eldest, you were like, you take this, you take that, I'll take the easy one.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, yeah, we are three in the three brothers. So uh, also, I remember we were very competitive in who can finish their chores first. So it was fun.
Ah.
It was a
That's
fun way.
nice.
So that's also a very cool thing that you mentioned, like using competition as well. That like you're really pushing each other.
Right.
So that's interesting. That's very interesting. So
Nice
that's a cool way also of looking at it. But
Making it fun.
Atigoy is back with us. You were saying, Atigoy, that you learned to do household chores from an early age when your parents they basically said that okay, we're gonna take care of some things.
Bahala ka na.
You lead the house first. You lead the house while
Yeah.
while we're gone. Like we
yes po.
trusted you with the task.
Mm. Yeah, that's good. That's a fun way to learn also because you feel the responsibility. Well, let's go to our brother Eman from Croatia. How about you, po, brother? When did you learn uh, doing household chores?
Ah, natuto po akong tinuruan po akong maglinis ng mga gawaing bahay po when I was 7 years old po. Mga simpleng mga paglilinis ng mga pagpupunas po ng mga alikabok, mga dust po, mga pagwawalis po ng bakuran, mga simpleng bagay po na na malaking tulong po sa magulang po.
Ayan. So yeah, that's also very important, right? That as children, of course, our parents want to take care of us, but we as children, we also want to be of help
Mm.
to our parents. So that's a great outlook on life, Kuya M, Kuya Eman. So thank you so much for that.
Yes.
So we'll get back to you. How about Brother Roby? Brother Roby, when did you learn to do chores? I know that you might be the youngest here, but even though you're young, I know that you learn even younger.
Yes po. I learned how to do my household chores on a very young age because my parents learned me how to be hardworking. And also, my parents used to say, if you don't learn it now, it will be harder for you in the future. So, yeah, I learned it at a very young age po.
That's
Yeah.
very nice, brother Robbie. Can you tell us your favorite household chores? I know you're young, but maybe you have any favorites?
Yes po. The chore that I like the most is cooking because it includes food. I'm just joking. I like cooking because it uses my creativity. Like for example, sometimes I cook with random things that I find in the fridge, and I just use my creativity to cook something good. But usually it doesn't turn out good. So yeah, favorite chore is cooking.
That's. I mean, you should learn, and you should try to teach me as well how to be creative. Because I kind of feel with you when you have different ingredients in the fridge, right? And it might be difficult to be a little bit creative, and also not to waste food, right? So I think that's very nice of you to know it already in a young age, because then you can do it when you get older, when you're an adult, right? It will not be difficult for you to find like to live by yourself and know how to cook. So very good, brother Robbie, and also shout out to your parents for teaching you in such a young
Yeah.
age.
And also letting him be creative, right?
Yes.
Like you can experiment, do your thing, because like while you're still young, you have all that time to do that. So when you're older, and perhaps there may be times where you have your own children, you have work, you're very busy, and you want them to have the best meal. At least you've learned from your many experiences of experimenting that you know what fits well with what ingredient, right? So
And then mabilis na ka.
yeah,
Yes.
so like you probably in 10 years you probably cut onions faster than me since
That's
you
right.
started learning how to cook earlier.
Mm.
So you ask him what's your favorite chore. So team live chat, what's your favorite chore? Write your comments in the comment section, and we will read them. But let's go back to Ate Jonah. Ate Jonah, what chore do you like to do the most?
Actually, wala po. De, joke lang. Actually po, cleaning in general, like po magwalis, maglampaso, yun know po yung bunot na nilalagyan po ng floor wax. Tapos, yun, nakakapagod yun. And since may asawa na, so ina-apply mo po dapat yun sa household. So hanggang ngayon, cleaning is the best, I think.
Opo, I remember also back in the Philippines sa bahay ng lola po namin.
Oo, yun.
The bunot po.
The waxing.
Yeah. And paa po yung ginagamit po. So,
It's very labor intensive.
yeah. Sa buong bahay po, pinapalinis po sa...
But seeing the result is like, yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah po.
The floor is shining. I can see my reflection looking at the floor. So that's nice. That's nice.
I've never heard of that. It's a long time ago since I heard that. So it was fun.
It opened the core memory.
Yeah,
that
core memory.
you didn't know you had.
Yeah.
How about let's go back to Ate Goya. What chore do you like to do the most?
Ano po, lahat po actually po. Pero pinakagusto ko na po dito po is washing the dishes po or putting the, yung mga pinggan sa dishwasher na po. Kasi before, sa Philippines, we don't have this kind of machine po. So, mahirap dati yung paghuhugas ng pinggan. Pero ngayon, madali na lang po. So, yun na yung pinaka-favorite ko po. Joke lang po, but...
I like that.
but yung cleaning po the house, yun po yung pinakagusto ko. Because I think that one po is the easiest po.
Opo.
That's actually my favorite too, ate. So high
baliktad,
five.
baliktad kayo ni Sister John. Siya walang gusto. Kayo pa gusto niyo lahat.
Yeah, I find it satisfying when you clean the dishes, right, the ate, and then you put it back where it belongs. It's very satisfying. So I totally agree with you.
It looks good and it smells good. It
Yeah.
smells clean. That's what they say. But Team Live Chat has responded. See, Sister Rochelle Andres saying, my favorite household chores po are washing dishes and cooking, watering plants, and cleaning the house. See, Ata Ana Marie Onagan from Oslo East, that's my congregation, she's saying cooking. Cooking is her favorite.
Oy, magaling din yung asawa ko niyo.
Oh, yeah.
Like both of them.
We
Then.
can attest. Anytime we have an activity, we know we're excited about the Onagans cooking because they make good food. Brother MK saying, my favorite house chore is washing the dishes. And Sister Susan saying, interesting topic. I'm looking forward. So, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Susan. And we have a user, Soul Bayoya, saying, I started learning household chores when I was very young. I liked the most was feeding the chicken and sweeping the floor. Wow, feeding the chicken.
Feeding the chicken.
Yeah, that's not often times you get that
No.
chore here in Norway, but I know in the Philippines back then and many other countries.
That
as I
sounds
know.
fun, actually.
Yeah,
To just feed the chickens.
I'd like to try that. I'd like to try that in the future.
Makakagat ka naman.
Really?
Yeah.
They can have.
Tutuka.
But how about brother Eman? What's your favorite household chores?
Ang favorite ko po ay cooking po.
Cooking. What do you like
Cooking.
to cook?
Oh.
What is it like?
Especially po, dadalaw po ang tagapangasiwa at pangalawang tagapangasiwa dito sa Croatia.
Mm.
Especially po sa amin sa Pasig. Lulutuan ko po sila ng menudo at magaan po ang dessert ng leche plan.
Wow, that sounds delicious po.
He even cooked dessert.
Opo.
for them.
Wow. I feel
May
like
dessert na po.
I feel like magaling po kayo magluto. Is
Hindi
that
po masarap pero sakto lang po.
lang po, no?
Well, Brother Eman,
Sakto lang po.
Brother Eman, we have one way to test that out. We're visiting you soon.
Exactly.
So,
So,
we'll be the judge.
No problem po.
that sounds nice po. Yes.
So-
it's very nice to hear your favorite household chores. But
Ikaw ba?
me? Yeah, I did already say this. Wait, I did not
No,
mention
try.
I like washing clothes in the washing machine. Because
You don't
It's
do
so-
anything. You just
yeah, it's so convenient.
you just put
Can you
it.
say that? But it's almost the same as washing dishes in the in the machine because you just hang it and then you
Mine,
obviously
mine is
Put it back.
vacuuming.
yeah
Yes.
he loves vacuuming.
Mm.
Like that's why our house
Almost
is
once
very
a day.
clean, right?
Yes.
Yes. No, but why do you like washing machine? No, not washing machine, but vacuuming. Why
No,
is
I
that?
think it's you see the before and after. It's very the difference is very noticeable, like visually, and it's I don't know, it's peaceful or
Like a clean state of mind.
what
type of thing.
like yeah,
I like
Yeah.
hearing
rewarding,
I
rewarding.
like hearing like the sizzling sound when you pick up dust and other bigger objects. It's like
Oh, that it's really dirty. When was the last time you vacuumed?
no, it's in the carpet. You can't see it. So
Yeah, that's true.
they pick up dust very fast. Brother Bang is trying to expose me. We have another comment from Ate Mikmik. What did she say?
Yes, sabi niya, my favorite chores is cooking and washing clothes and mag-igib ng tubig from the balon. Wow.
Balon.
Actually, na-experience ko yun, mag-igib ng tubig.
Yeah, I don't know what
Something
that
like
is. So
Yung-
could you-
No, this like
Oh, yeah, like you're
I've
pumping.
seen that in
Yeah,
yeah,
in
exactly.
the movies,
Yeah.
but I've never done. Maybe I did. I don't remember.
Oh.
But, it
Another
sounds
comment,
nice.
Jimoan Kaga saying favorite household chores is cleaning the kitchen and the toilet. Wow. And Sister Kimberly saying scrubbing the floor using yung bunot with
Yeah.
floor wax. I haven't tried that myself, but I've seen I've
mahirap
seen
yun.
it. Like
Mahirap yun.
it looks
I've
so
never
difficult.
heard of it, so I don't know how it looks.
So-
And my balance is not good, so if I I might trip if I try doing that. So there's that. Yeah. So we'll get back to our topic session. We're having very fun and even more fun seeing panelists and the team live chat, joining our discussion. Right. So we'll have Brother Norberto Perez Jr. saying my favorite household chores is cooking and cleaning the house every other day. Wow. Very. So
You
it's just
should share the tips for for
Yeah.
making us motivated to do it every other day. So
Actually, kapag ang nakakagulat, after mo maglinis and then ilang oras lang after, madumi na ulit. Parang mabilis mo naman ma-notice na yung dumi pag malinis na malinis.
because you're more aware of the whole thing.
so you want to keep cleaning them.
We have a comment from your mother, Sister Lala, my tita, Sister Laila. I love cooking din po, but cooking doesn't love me.
Oh, no.
No.
Mommy, your cooking is very good, especially your lumpia. So don't doubt yourself. So
Yes,
good.
nagpatimpla
Good
ako
job.
ng
Yeah, his favorite. That's his
lumpia
favorite dish.
2 weeks ago and then ako nagbalot sa bahay dito.
So we ate that a lot. So it
Yun
was
lang
very
kinain
good.
namin for 3 days.
So thank you,
Oo.
mommy.
So we're learning a lot about household chores, but now we're in Norway and we would like to teach you some Norwegian. So hopefully you can learn some Norwegian. So our next segment is Let's Learn Norwegian. Kuya Paul and Kuya Rin will show you a video where we showcase some Norwegian words for common household chore items. So let's watch that, right? Let's enjoy. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Whatever time you may be watching this, in this segment, we will learn some Norwegian words for common household chore items. Let's go. So our first word will be broom. In Norwegian, that means kost. Kost. Our second word is mop. In Norwegian, that is mop. Mop. So that one's a bit easier, yes? We have our broom, we have our mop. How about our vacuum cleaner? Well, in Norwegian, that is støvsuger. Støvsuger. How about cloth? Well, in Norwegian, that is klut. Klut. How about detergent? What is that in Norwegian? Well, in Norwegian, that is vaskemiddel. Vaskemiddel. How about our iron? In Norwegian, that is strykejern. Strykejern. Washing machine means vaskemaskin. Vaskemaskin. How about our dryer? Well, in Norwegian, that is tørketrommel. Tørketrommel. Dishwasher in Norwegian means oppvaskmaskin. Oppvaskmaskin. How about the trash can? Well, in Norwegian, that is søppelbøtte. Søppelbøtte. How about the sponge? Sponge in Norwegian is svamp. Svamp. Our hanger is kleshenger. Kleshenger. Last but not least, our scrubbing brush. Skrubbebørste. Skrubbebørste. That's it for now. We hope you've enjoyed and learned some new Norwegian words. Vi ses neste gang. See you next time. Ayan, so let's just go back a bit with the topic, and just asking, can everyone hear us loud and clear, or louder than last time? Ayan, okay, thank you so much. Thank you po Ate Des, our executive producer there, helping us in the background. So we learned some Norwegian words, and we're gonna put you in the spot. Brother Eman, can you say broom in Norwegian? Broom in Norwegian is kost. Kost.
Kost. Kost.
Again po?
Kus.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Like it sounded like you were a local. So you should visit Norway sometime po, Kuya Eman.
Okay po.
And and then mop. What's that in Norwegian?
Mop.
Mop.
Why were you unsure? You're from Norway.
Mop.
Mop.
Yeah, mop.
That's correct. It's not all the time that we say that.
Yeah,
so that's
exactly.
probably
Yeah, that's
because like
why
we just do the household chore. We don't really think that. Let me get my mop.
So, exactly.
So yeah, we talked about when we first learned our household chores, and thank you to all the viewers and listeners who commented. And I'll just read some of them right now. Herma Acosta saying, I learned household chores when I was 7, and my mother taught me mostly to wash the dishes and organize our closet, and etc. Shirley Salvador saying, I love to make flower arrangements, making decoration inside the house, and last is to vacuum the floor.
I like that too.
And Jenica and Daya also saying that my favorite household chore is cleaning the house and cooking for my family. So that's nice. Raquel de la Cruz saying, I love washing white clothes. White clothes. I think especially because like you can see them like.
I think it's
Yeah, you
satisfying
can see
as
them.
well.
Yeah.
See the other go away.
So what household? When did you learn household chores, and what household chore do you like the most? Now, let's go to the a bit more deeper into it, because let's face it, it's not always that we want to do household chores, right? We have to do household chores all the time, but it's not always that we're motivated. So let's go around, and again, Team Live Chat, comment your answer. Let's ask, how do you motivate yourself to start doing chores, right? So let's go to Ate Jonay.
Hello. Yeah. When I was in CWS days, we used to write good deeds for that week, and the CWS officer will read it, and then after that, they will give me a ribbon. So I'm motivated to write the good deeds or any household chores because of this ribbon. So that's why, because of the ribbon.
We had that as well when we were back
Yeah.
in CWS, in the Children's Worship Service,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The officers would give us stars for every chore that we did, and it's one way to motivate, and it's very cool that you go back to your childhood days to really motivate yourself. Like you have like an anchor to go back to. So that's great.
Now I want to ask Brother Robbie. Yeah, the same question. How do you motivate yourself to start doing chores?
The thing that motivates me po to start doing chores is to have a clean house and to avoid messiness, and also to help my parents because they work very hard and that's the least I can do to help them. Another reason that motivates me to do chores is to make things easier. So like for example, I clean and I put things where it belongs, then it will be easier to find. So that's what motivates me po.
Wow, Brother Robbie, that sounds like music to our ears, but most especially to our parents. I'm quite impressed of what you just mentioned because, Brother Robbie, I think you're just a teenager, but already now you know how to do a lot inside the house. And like we already mentioned, that will truly help you when you get older, when you're adult stage, right?
Yeah, and that's also what Brother MK mentioned here in his comment. I like to see my house very clean, and that's my motivation to do household chores.
Exactly.
So that's very
As
nice.
you said, it's easier to find things when you know.
Where it is.
I mean,
Yeah, and then you don't have to
you
ask
clean.
me where it is.
Yeah, because you clean, then you place it yourself, so you have that mental note where you last placed it. So that's a plus.
How about Sister Goya? How do you stay motivated to do household chores?
For me po, it comes naturally po because when you already trained or used to do the chores po, it's automatic na po na if there is a need of cleaning po the house or washing the dishes po, then you do it right away po. So kumbaga automatic na po sa atin na kung anong kailangan ng bahay natin or yung kung ano yung dapat gawin is we do it right away po. Somehow din po or ano po, it's very rewarding po na makita yung house nyo po or your home that is very clean po. So you can have a relaxed mind or napaka-relax po ng feeling nyo po pag malinis po yung bahay po.
Yes, exactly. And it's funny how you mentioned that you should do the things right away because, for example, Brother Dominic, I'm gonna be honest, I put things there and then my husband will say, nope, let's go to the kitchen and start cleaning that. And from that on, I started doing it. So like when you mentioned that, I think it's very helpful.
Yeah.
Because
at the end of the day, you're gonna have more things to do throughout
later
the
on.
day. So you just might as well just be done with it.
Yes.
And avoid to
make it cluttered and messy,
have
right?
everything there at once.
And it's also nice that you mentioned that it's rewarding. Then you can just watch your favorite TV show because you know that you did your best to clean, right? And then you don't feel bad after that. So yeah, thank you for that, Sister Goya.
Yeah, and I can relate to that. Like my parents, especially, we have this thing that anytime we go on vacations outside of Norway, before we leave the house, it has to be clean. So we do.
My
like
mom,
a general
my mom also said that.
Because like after the vacation, you don't want to go.
Back, yeah.
You don't want to go home to a messy house, right? You want to go to a clean house. You just want to relax and recover from the jet lag.
Exactly.
So there's that. How about brother Eman? What's your motivation to do your household chores?
Ako po, mas motivate po ako pag may meron mga sound trip habang nagluluto, habang naglilinis ng bahay. Mas alive ka pa po.
Yeah.
Mas napapasabay ka sa kantahan ng sa mga music po.
Yeah, that's like and that's also whenever I vacuum, especially because it's loud, I put on my headphones and I listen to music so that I don't hear the loud sound. And it also motivates me, like put on some motivational music.
Then you don't notice the cleaning part.
Yeah. So that's a good tip as well, right? We can consider that a tip.
Pro tip.
It's a pro tip. So thank you so much for that. We will take a break from the topic, and I just want to acknowledge the birthday celebrants for this month. Sister Rochelle Andreas, shout out to you for giving a list for from the people from Budapest, Hungary. So birthday celebrant from Budapest po is Brother Mark Jasper Baron, Jan Leonard De Leon, Wilfred Coronado, Alina Velez, and of course, Kaglen Barsebal. So thank you so much. And also we have more birthday celebrants. Sister Liza Balsita po, happy birthday po.
Birthday po.
Aurora Pineda,
Yes.
Ka Alex Batulan, Ka Rodel Malyare, and Ka Glenn Barsebal. I think it's his birthday today, right? So happy birthday po, Ka Glenn. Kuya Nick Onagan, brother, Sister Janice Simon, Sister Cassie Maduntag, and brother June Mendoza. So thank you so much. And our gift for you from the main studio, Kuya Pong and Kuya Irene will sing for you a happy birthday song. So,
Happy birthday to you. Maligayang pati sa'yo. Happy birthday to you. Maligayang pati sa'yo. Happy birthday po.
and of course, I can't forget our multimedia director, Sister Anna Dulin. Belated happy birthday din po.
Happy birthday.
So that was a quick music break there. So perhaps we can tune in, listen to that birthday song by Kuya Pong and Kuya Irene while we clean the house. Sister Tessa, she said, "Jeg liker å vaske klær med vaskemaskin." That's in Norwegian.
Me
She
too.
said that she likes to wash the clothes with a washing machine. So yeah. So me too. Although I don't usually am not the main guy to do that. I prefer
Sino?
mopping the floor.
Sino normally?
Shout out to my sister. So
Okay.
Sister Nicole. Shout out to you. So we've learned how we motivate ourselves to do our chores, but what are some valuable life lessons that we can learn from them, right? Because obviously we've heard a little bit now that while they were young and now they're this partly because they've heard. So let's go back to Ate Jonai. What's the most valuable life lesson that you've learned from doing chores?
Yeah, without the help of my tito and titas, and also the good deeds that I wrote in my CWS times, and maybe I'm a very lazy person right now, and I can do any household chores like cleaning, cooking, or doing laundry. So because household chores is very important, especially when you live alone or when you get married, diba, Sister Clarice?
Yes po, ate.
And so, yeah, that's a good. Like, if it wasn't for that experience you had when you were younger, how we would be now, right? Perhaps we wouldn't be as hardworking as we are right now if it wasn't for learning chores at a young age. So that's a good answer. So thank you for that, Ate Jonai.
Yeah, also once again, what about Brother Robbie? What's the most valuable life lesson you've learned from doing chores?
Yes, po. While doing chores, I've learned one important life lesson, and that is about responsibility. Through doing chores, it is important to take initiative in cleaning up for yourself and for others. Being responsible in doing chores also reminds you to being responsible in doing everyday tasks and your duties in the church.
Yeah, also, as you mentioned, the responsibilities in the church or the church duties. So it's also one of the most important things that chores you can learn from chores.
And Brother Rob is still young, right? But already now we can see the level of maturity he has. It's not what you'd expect typically from.
How old are you again? How old are you again, Brother Robbie?
I'm 14 po.
Yeah, and also he's panganay, the
Yeah.
oldest one. So you already have that mentality. So I feel like you are a very good example for those younger watching
siblings.
this broadcast.
Yeah, especially to your
So-
siblings.
Yeah, especially to your siblings. So when they see you doing that, I'm sure they will also follow your footsteps. Yeah.
We have more comments. Sister Katja Hayscan is saying, "My favorite chore is delegating the chores to my siblings." Well, that's one way to do it, Sister Katja.
Guilty. I feel guilty.
We have Florabel from Bucharest, Romania. As a music lover, I love doing household chores with loud music in the background. It makes me motivated seeing the house clean and tidy. So
Yeah, like
Kuya Eman here. Sister Yani Pineda, also cleaning po helps us to have a clear mind. Yeah, I can relate to that.
Exactly.
Clean house, clean mind.
We have a
Exactly.
comment from Vienna Center, Austria. Say Roxanne, I'm motivated to do household chores when my husband helped me. That's great to
Yeah,
do. You
I
chores
feel the
together.
same. So thank you for helping out.
Only when your
Teamwork.
husband-
I mean, teamwork makes the dream work. So I
Yes.
totally agree with that. So
Mm.
I it since we talk about motivation, I feel like you motivate me to do the household chores, and I motivate you
Mm.
to do the same. Right?
Yeah, I mean, we don't need a lot.
Like
of
if you see
motivation.
something, you said, "Oh, maybe we should clean," then
Yes.
I'll do the same. As well.
Mm.
Yeah, so here I am, third wheeling to the married couple. But how about Kuya Eman? What's the most valuable life lesson that you've learned from doing household chores?
I have learned po doing course po to be organized and making plan po sa gawaing mga bahay for easy and to avoid confuse po sa mga bagay-bagay po ng paglilinis ng bahay po.
Right. So you develop good habits, right? Good habits, staying organized.
Staying organized is very important. Like now that I have my own place, I realize that you really need to know
You have
where
more
your
responsibilities.
yeah, but where you put your things, right, brother Eman, because it will take a lot of time if you do not remember where you put this stuff. Because cluttered, right? It will also make your mind cluttered, if that makes sense. So like what's mentioned in the what was that?
Yeah, in the question.
Question.
Valuable life lesson.
Yeah, the comments.
Oh, the comment.
Yeah, I meant the comments. Sorry, see, it's getting a bit late here. That a clean house is like clean mind as well. Yeah. So, Sister Goya, how about you? What's the most valuable life lesson you've learned because of doing household chores?
Ano po yung, if someone po kasi is used to, do, the household chores po, this will be very helpful po to everyone po. Like, when we grow up po, or halimbawa po, pag, malayo man tayo sa ating family po, whether, ano po, ang reason is pag-aaral, pagtatrabaho, or pagbubukod po, or pag-aasawa po, ay magiging madali po sa atin na gawin yung mga iba't ibang bagay po, mga gawaing bahay po. So, because you can already do it na po bago pa ka pa man po bumukod po, magiging madali na lang po sa iyo yung mga bagay na yun po. So, you will someday po realize that your parents po were right po in helping you or training you to do those things po. Yun po.
That's a very nice point po, Ate Goya, and I'm sure everyone can agree to that.
Yeah.
That,
like you have a smoother transition,
yes, exactly.
like to the next stages of your life, the next chapters of your life, like when you're married, or even before that, if you get a work and you have more responsibilities. Those are things you have a good foundation already from learning how to do a household chore already at an early stage. So thank you so much for that, Ate Goya, and thank you to the team live chat. You're so active, especially tonight.
That's nice.
Seeing Raquel de la Cruz saying, so relaxing to see and live in a clean and fresh house, right?
Exactly.
And Sister Mirna Kube saying, my favorite household chores is organizing and like organizing the clothes and anything inside the house. So lots of great comments here. But lastly, unfortunately, we're running out of time. We have one more question though, and as members of the Church of Christ, it's important to stay disciplined. So, but why? Right? And discipline, this is something that you learn from doing household chores, right? So let's go back to Jonai. As members of the Church of Christ, why is it important to be disciplined?
Being a disciplined person means you obeying the teachings from the Holy Scriptures. You all follow all the commandments. You always united to the church administration. So this should be our characteristic as a member of the Church of Christ. Be disciplined, self-control, and be righteous inside of the Church of Christ.
Yeah. So thank you so much to join in, and we truly agree. Right. It is so important to stay disciplined, and we learn that through our household chores.
Yun po. Let's go on to Brother Eman. let's talk about to Brother Eman. I know I always ask Brother Robin, but different person this time.
Yes.
Yun po. As a member of
Ah.
Christ, why is it important to be disciplined?
Ilang member po ng Church of Christ po, mahalaga po sa atin ang pagiging disiplinado. Kasi po hindi man maging hindi mahirap tanggapin ang mga payo at saway sa atin kung marunong tayong tumanggap ng mga mali or tama natin kung disiplinado tayong bilang isang miyembro ng INC po.
Yun po. Tama po yun. Kasi ano naman po, no one's perfect, of course. Everyone makes mistakes. And also, as you said, being disciplined is also being able to accept
Just being to own up to that.
and
to that.
criticisms.
Yeah.
And moving forward and becoming better. Right.
Exactly.
Being better.
So that's good po, Brother Eman. Let's go to our another brother, Brother Roby. How about you? Why is it important to be disciplined as a member of the Church of Christ?
Yes, po. So, being disciplined allows you to fulfill everyday tasks while having control of your surroundings. As member of the Church of Christ, it is important to live a Christian way of life in the matter that pleases God. Living in a disciplined ways allows us to fulfill our duty as a true member of the Church of Christ.
Another plus in the book.
Yeah.
Very good answer, Brother Robbie. Yeah, we already mentioned that you are young, right? But already knowing that you are disciplined in also doing the words of God, truly is very inspirational for the younger members inside the church.
You're setting a good example to all the younger ones. So shout out to all the members of the Binhi Christian Family Organization. Those are all the baptized members under 18 years old. So shout out Brother Robbie, and shout out to all the Binhis here in the District of Northern Europe. We'll get back to you, but for now, who we go to next?
You, our sister Goya. As members of the Church of why is it important to be disciplined po?
Yes po. As a member of the Church of Christ po, we are expected na po to be disciplined as early as we can be po inside the church. And by being disciplined po, it means that we are obedient to the words of our Almighty God po. So if we are trained to be disciplined at home po in doing the household chores, it is also likened to being obedient or disciplined as true Christians po wherever we may be po. It's like yung mga natutunan po natin at a young age ay dala-dala pa rin po natin saan man tayo magpunta po or saan man tayo dalhin ng ano po. Ng Panginoon po. Opo.
It definitely is. It's one of the key traits that we should have as members of the Church of Christ. We should be disciplined because, around this world, there are many things that are, bad, many bad influences. And being disciplined means that you're not gonna give in to any temptations. You're not gonna give in to doing anything that goes against God's commandments, because we have that firm foundation, being disciplined, knowing that this is the right thing, this is the correct way to go, and that's the path that we need to walk on. So this has been such a wonderful topic discussion, right? Unfortunately, we are running out of time, but we have more segments to come. And this next segment, of course, are one of our favorite Let's Sing and Dance segments, where we showcase the musical talents of the brethren here. And we actually have a performance from the brethren in Stavanger. So let's watch and let's listen to Almost There Part 2.
How can God's message be preached if the messengers aren't sent?
How can the faith of God's nation be guarded?
For those whom God has chosen to be his own, he places a leader to make his message fully known.
July 27, 1914, World War signifying the end approaching. God sent his messenger in the Far East. The Church of Christ re-emerged in the Philippines.
For defending
defend.
Persecution, danger, men with evil intentions.
Troubles, hardship, those conspiring against them.
Not and mistreating sinners and lonely man.
But God upheld him with his mighty hand.
Revelation 2. They are not in this flock here. I must lead them also. They will listen to my voice. In the future, there will be one flock and one shepherd.
From one man to a whole nation.
Souls led back to God and heirs to salvation. The time came he needed to prepare a successor, and one man was unanimously elected.
Brother Eranio Manalo.
April 12, 1963, a day of grief for the church in her entirety. The messenger had been laid to rest, but God's work would continue on.
For just as Moses had prepared Joshua, Brother Eranio was trained by the messenger to lead the flock of souls.
God's nation wasn't abandoned and keeps marching on towards the promised land. We're almost there.
From the far east will I bring your offspring, and from the far west I will gather you. I will say to the north, give them up, and to the south, do not keep them back. Bring my sons from afar, and my daughters from the ends.
As the nation grows up, its prophecies unfold. We're almost there. God's children from the east will gather in the west. We're almost there. We surely receive the Father's promises. We're almost there.
Yun po. So once again, very wonderful performance from our brethren. Also, thank you to our guests, to our panelists for tonight for giving us a wonderful talk about our topic, a very wonderful topic. And
So, lastly, before we conclude, we actually have some activities to showcase before we leave off. We have our CFO in action. So, our dear friends in the Philippines, Kuya Po and Kuya Rin, they have some pictures to show to us. And it was a very, very blessed occasion. It was actually an inaugural worship service. So we've been able to establish new group worship service and congregation. So it is the group worship service of Lovice and local of Katowice, Poland. And this was held recently. So as proof of the church's growth in the country of Poland, the group worship service of Lovice and the district of Northern Europe had their inaugural worship service. Simultaneously, the group worship service of Katowice has been established as a full-fledged local congregation. Now that their group worship service has been established, they're happy and thankful to be closer to the place of worship. They also held an oath-taking of new officers, and this momentous occasion was officiated by our district supervising minister, Brother Vizar E. Balsita. So you can see from the pictures how successful that activity is, and it showcases, how the church is growing. And we are so thankful, of course, to our Almighty God for allowing this to happen. More brethren have even better access, right, to worship our Almighty God.
Yes.
So that was such a blessed activity. And also, just a quick shout out to our brethren from Northern Europe who are currently in Frankfurt, Germany. They just held their INCradio awards. So thank you so much. And we have great news to showcase next week. As I've heard, there has been some awards that we have won here in the district of Northern Europe. So to God be the glory. So as Brother Dominic mentioned, we're running out of time, but we loved it so much. Thank you to all to everyone who participated, right?
It's been very fun and very useful topic. I think we can say that we learned a lot. So thank you for everyone who commented.
Yeah. So before we leave off, of course, our panelists, they have some shout outs to give to their friends, their families, their fans. So let's go first to Ate Jonay.
Hello po, shout out po sa mga taga Arboga GWS. Kay Brother Seb po nanonood po ngayon. Sa mga taga Stockholm, Niasha, Men's Council po, hello po sa inyo. At sa aming pong destinado po, Brother Roland Pineda at sa kanyang family po, hello po. Yan lamang po.
Yun po, and then let's go on to Brother Eman po. Do you have any shoutouts?
Shoutout po sa ating tagapangasiwa, ka Bisar Balsita po, at sa pangalawang tagapangasiwa natin, si Kajik Edik po. See you po dito po sa Croatia. At kay Ka James Bautista po, ang destinado po namin. At yung Zagreb GWS po. At ang lalong higit po ang Pasin GWS po.
Ayan, thank you so much. Ate Goya, do you have any shoutouts?
Yes po. Shout out po sa mga taga Stavanger po. Bergen po, Narvik, Sturd po, at Egersund po. Hello po sa inyong lahat po, and kay po sa aming destinado po si Ka Paulo po and his family po. Hello po.
Thank you so much. Brother Roby, last but not least.
Yes po. I would first love to shout out my family here in Norway, my mom and my dad, and my siblings, Ervik and Ayla. Actually, Ayla has a birthday today, so happy birthday. And also to my friends and relatives in the Philippines. Shout out to my friends, David, Jade, and Lucas. Hopefully you guys are doing well. At last, shout out to our resident minister here in Norway, Cara del Mariare and Soul family, our district officers, along with our CFO overseer in our district, Oliver Nugget, our district assistant minister, Kajik Edik, and our district minister, Kavi Sarbasita. Thank you po.
Yan po. Thank you po once again to all our guests and viewers, and also to our listeners, and also to the people who commented. Thank you. And also thank you to Kuya Tech in the Philippines, Kuya Pong and Kuya Irene.
Yeah, thank you so much. And also a huge shout out to Brother Montreville Boy, our INCRadio Productions Section Chief, and Brother Wally Taray, our INCRadio Subsection Chief, and of course to our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, for having INCRadio programs such as this, and so also to Brother Angelo Eranio Manalo, our CEBSI President and CEO, and also our CFO Coordinator.
Yes, and of course, we would like to thank Brother Visar Balsita, our District Supervising Minister, Brother Jake Edik, Assistant District Supervising Minister, and Brother Oliver Nugget, District CFO Overseer.
And once again, this has been INCRadio Northern Europe Satellite Studio, and we'll see you again next time.